This morning, breaking news. I will always love you. The family of Dolly Parton bid a sad farewell to the Queen of country music, who's passed away aged 80. Charges laid after a horrific Melbourne stabbing attack in broad daylight. A special century milestone on the way for Rabbitohs star Jai Arrow. And the customers who moved their way through this Macca's drive-through. That's all coming up on the Sunrise Early News.
Live across Australia, this is Sunrise Early News.
Good morning. First to our breaking news. An American country music legend, Dolly Parton, has died aged 80. A beloved icon and philanthropist, Dolly was one of the most recognisable stars of the country music world. A career spanning more than 6 decades, 11 Grammy Awards with a catalogue of timeless songs that became hits for the ages. Dolly was truly larger than life, the pint-sized powerhouse known for being wickedly funny, with a heart as big as her laugh. President Trump has ordered flags will fly at half-mast throughout the US for a week starting today, and we'll have more on our breaking news from our US correspondent later in this bulletin. Big breaking entertainment news there. To breaking news back home now, a Melbourne man has been charged following alleged assault on a mother and her young son outside Victoria's police headquarters. The 10-year-old boy was allegedly punched before his 46-year-old mother intervened and was allegedly stabbed with a pair of scissors. Both victims are recovering in hospital with non-life-threatening injuries. Police arrested a 27-year-old man nearby. He'll face court on multiple charges today. The NRL is bending the rules to allow Jai Arrow to make a remarkable comeback for the Rabbitohs. The South Sydney star will lead the team out for their final 2 regular season games before moving to the bench, taking his club tally from 98 to 100 games. Jai Arrow's fight with MND continues. The Rabbitohs now determined to give their much-loved star that special century milestone. Disgraced talent manager Ralph Carr has been jailed for 6 years over the cocaine-fuelled rape of a young former employee. Carr broke down in court weeping as the judge detailed his violent acts.
TV coverage always the goal for a celebrity agent, but not today when the spotlight turned on Ralph Carr.
These offences strike at the most basic values, the norms of a decent society.
Depressed and wigless, the man who once managed the likes of Tina Arena, Kate Ceberano and Dustin Martin, forced to revisit the night he raped a woman 36 years his junior while drunk and drugged up on cocaine.
You said to her, "You're just so sexy." She said, quote, "Are you crazy? Can you not, I'm not okay with this?" You were saying, "I'm not going to be able to sleep. You need to let me have sex with you."
The court heard the attack ended with the victim punching Carr in the face.
She yelled at you, quote, "You're a rapist." You said, "No, I'm not."
Ralph Carr rocked back in his seat, repeatedly shaking his head as details of his crimes were read to the court. Judge Gucciardo telling him he had committed crimes of violence, an egregious breach of trust against a young woman who admired him.
You took advantage of her at a point in time when she was not only intoxicated but vulnerable and in need of comfort.
The 67-year-old expected to be moved from solitary confinement to a lower security facility while he tries his last hand at freedom.
Instructed to appeal, so we'll just have to see how that goes.
The judge denied Carr the right to be bailed until his appeal could be heard. Application rejected. Laura Turner, 7 News.
There's been bombshell new revelations from court documents in the lawsuit of former Kiss FM radio host Jackie O against her former employer. It's been revealed Jackie was suffering from post-traumatic stress disorder after working with Carl Sandilands, according to 2 separate reports from a psychiatrist and a psychologist. Both experts believe the former radio queen suffered PTSD as a result of Kyle's workplace bullying, as well as a lack of support from broadcast owner ARN. A family's garage has gone up in flames in Melbourne's northwest overnight. Residents were forced to evacuate as firefighters arrived to find the garage fully in flames, threatening the home and 2 cars in St Albans. The blaze was brought under control with crews remaining on the scene this morning. A lithium battery is suspected to have sparked the fire, with the cause still under investigation. It is not believed to be suspicious. South Australia has been lashed with wet weather this week, and the risk of downpours continues as we head into spring. A nervous night for residents as floods swept across the state. SES crews were kept busy during yesterday's huge rain event, now thankfully over with some dry weather on the way. However, this was the state's wettest winter in 10 years, leaving many vehicles damaged and floods persisting. Well, there's certainly no shortage of beef at this McDonald's outside of Brisbane. This hungry herd making a late-night beeline for the drive-through in Ripley South. Four-legged customers almost made it to the speaker box, but clearly weren't in the mood for a Big Mac. Wonder why? It remains a mystery, but this late-night sojourn certainly took an unexpected turn for one farmer. Regardless, Macca's has a message for any copy cows. The drive-through is strictly for cars. Checking Wednesday's weather now. Brisbane, showers easing in 26. Sydney, showers easing in 20. Canberra, a couple of showers in 18. Partly cloudy in Melbourne and 15. Hobart, showers and 13. Adelaide, partly cloudy and 17. Some rain increasing in Perth and 20. Darwin, sunny and 34. Also to come on the Sunrise Early News, who's forking out for Prince Harry and Meghan's private security? Here's what the taxpayers think next. And an out-of-this-world sighting for people in the US who caught a glimpse of the SpaceX Falcon 9 rocket launch. That's coming up after the break.